Hey guys, it's Nick here. Hope everything's been going well. Hope you haven't got caught with the crappy Delta variant. Um, just giving you guys an update, and I wanted to talk a bit about a game which really sucks. I wish this was a game I could do commentary on while I'm playing it, but unfortunately, I have no way of capturing footage for it, and or even putting it on the TV because it's a Switch game. Uh, but I have been buying some video games. I just haven't had a lot of time to play because, once again, my work is understaffed. As you guys know, this crappy economy that, China Biden invented. And yeah, I'm going to go out and say it. Look, I know Trump wasn't perfect. Trump was you know, he made some mistakes. He said a lot of stupid things. And from the very moment he said he was going to make Mexico pay for the wall, I knew he was full of shit. But Biden is the worst president of my lifetime. Okay, I'm just going to say it right there. That's my politics. Okay, we're done. Moving on. So, anyways, yeah. So we're understaffed because a lot of people are sitting home making, money just sitting on their ass. Well, I got morals. I can't do that. So, I know I got to get rid of the stamp beard. I know it's really embarrassing. One thing is I bought this Sansara Naga for the NES. This is a reproduction, but it's really nice. It's from Flashback Entertainment, which is a place that I don't intend on doing business from again. I had a lot of trouble getting this freaking game to me. I mean, the packaging is nice, and they include a lot of posters and stuff with it and stuff. Again, really nice, and that's really thoughtful. But I ordered this thing back in April. I think I got it this month or last month. It took a long time to get here. Every time I tried to get an update from the guy, I mean, it said it would take 4 to 6 weeks, so I gave the guy a month or two before I contacted him. Hey, where's my order? Oh, well, it's coming. I just kept getting the run around. Look, look, be honest, okay? Don't bullshit me, okay? Don't pee in my leg and tell me it's raining. Just be honest. That's all you need to do. But for some people, that is such a freaking lie. Now, okay, maybe I'm one in a million. Maybe most people like being lied to, and maybe the guy's considering that. But it's I would rather you just tell me the truth, okay? Just tell me the truth about my freaking order. So anyways, yeah, I had to go through my bank and everything to get this guy to send the freaking game, and it was horrible. I mean, it's great and everything. I love this, but thank God that was the only thing on the site that I wanted because I don't want to buy anything else from them. Just horrible. Would not recommend because, like I said, the guy who runs it, he seems like a nice guy, but if you can't be honest with me, don't. Yeah, whatever. But anyways, I don't wanna rat on the guy too much. Maybe I just had a bad luck. Maybe COVID-19 really is taking a toll on the company. So I will say, if you are gonna buy from Flashback Entertainment, just keep that in mind. It might take you a really long time to get your order, and maybe it's for good reason, maybe it's not. I don't know. Okay, so the other day I bought a couple games. The Super Famicom version of Pebble Beach Golf Links. This is a pretty decent one. As well as, this is a game I've been wanting to get for a long time. Spider-Man Revenge of the Sinister 6. With awesome music by David Whittaker. Now, I don't know if people really read the description on my video yesterday. When I played through splits. And that video had the opposite problem that my first video of the game did, where first video was too loud, you couldn't hear anything, you couldn't hear my voice. Now this one, you can barely hear the game, so sorry about that. Anyways, yesterday I was in an accident. Now, fortunately, I'm okay. The person that was also in the accident was okay. I won't go into any more detail. I think that should be kept private, but anyways, we were both okay. Cars weren't damaged too bad, and everything's fine and dandy. So there's that. I like Panda Express, by the way. I like how when you get a large drink, you actually do get a large fucking drink. But okay. Besides that, what else did I get? Well, I've been buying some other games. Now I own every version of this obscure Koei game called Top Management 2. If you've ever played Aerobiz, it's pretty much the same thing, except instead of running an airline company, you're running a computer company, and you're trying to compete with other companies, be the most successful, just like an Aerobiz. So, I think I should stand up. I want to do that. I want to be different today. I want to be different. Do something useful in my life, right? Okay. Woo! Get the camera set up here. If I can get the... Whoop. Okay, there we go. Alright. Woo! Yeah. Oh, how could I forget? There was something else I bought. And that was a Game Boy Color. I kind of bought this for sentimental reasons, but holy crap, like, I haven't owned one of these. This is the color of the one that I owned as a kid. In fact, I think I still have the box for it and everything somewhere. But, holy crap, these buttons are, like, really tiny for my hands. So, thing was, my Game Boy Advance SP, this beautiful NES one, died on me. It stopped reading my Game Boy games. Now, you would think, okay, there's a lot of retro game stores in your area, why don't you call them and see if they'll repair them? I did. None of them would. So I asked some friends online. They referred me to a place across the water called Big Red, and they fixed it for free, replaced the battery in it for $10, which was, I didn't even know the battery was in bad shape, but it lasts way longer than it did before. So, just want to give a little shout out, which I don't usually do, because I don't like promoting things, but a little shout out to Big Red Video Games. Thank you in Silverdale, Washington. Thank you so much for fixing that. Now, if you guys could fix this thing, that'd be awesome. So this thing does work. It reads the games fine and everything, but I think the controls are like really dirty. So I mean, I could tell there's dirt, and there's a lot of scratches on this thing too. But it's not that bad. Like I said, I kind of bought this for sentimental purposes. But I was gonna play it 'cause I wasn't expecting to get this thing fixed anytime soon. I just happened to be free one day, and I was like, screw it, I'll check it out. So, yeah. So this is cool, though. I've had this thing... See, originally when I got a Game Boy Advance SP, I saw one at like a GameStop or EB Games, I can't quite remember. It was probably GameStop. So I had to do a bunch of chores in order to earn money to get it. When I came back to get it, it was gone, and there was a silver one, so I got that. So, I think maybe a year or two down the road, if that, I can't quite remember. Again, memory sucks, and I'm only 27. But I was at Game Crazy. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that place. We used to have Hollywood Video down here, and some of them would have a game store inside called Game Crazy. And anyway, so I was at this one down in Linwood, Washington, with my dad, and I just happened to see that they had it, and my dad's like, that's the one I tried to get you when you were, when the SPs first came out, but nobody had them. He's like, of course I'll buy that for you, and I think it was like $50. But besides the little problem it had just before I got it fixed, this thing has served me well. This is my favorite Game Boy, I'm sorry to say. I have my original Game Boy somewhere around here, but I don't know where it is. I also have a red one. I have a red original Game Boy, which I guess those ones are really hard to find, but there's a few pixels burnt out, so I'll probably, again, take it down to this place, get it worked on. Okay, but the meat and potatoes of this video was to talk about this. Cruis'n Blast for the Switch. I actually just beat all the tournaments on it. There's a freaking moth in here flying around. I'm trying to kill it. Anyways, so I know it already sounds like I got like a lot of bad things to say about it. So as you guys know, I don't play many modern video games. This is probably like the second or third time I bought a Switch game physically. I wanted to own a physical copy of this because I like the cover art. Gordon Ramsay would not like this game because it's by Raw Thrills, which I think was Eugene Jarvis started the company, and he worked for Midway, who did the previous Cruis'n games. I loved those games as a kid on the N64 and in the arcades, although I haven't played the arcade versions much. I think the Walmart I used to go to used to have like Exotica or something. So I beat all the cups on here. I didn't beat the game 100%. There's a lot of unlockables you can get. So I have to do that. Now I saw a review on the game, and that's pretty cool. I found out some things I didn't know about it. So obviously I think the arcade game only has like a few a few tracks, whereas this one has like, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's 24 tracks in all. What I didn't know is some of them were lifted from other games by the same developer. I think like Fast and Furious was one of them. My only real problem with the tracks is I noticed some of them were like the same level, just with a different theme. So I don't know. It's kind of that's kind of a disappointment. I wish that they were all like different tracks and everything. Because the original cruising games, that's how it was. I mean, every track was different. I mean, there were several of them. Another problem I had was, or again, this is a minor gripe, I think. Well, probably the most major one actually. I think is there's some things, graphics and animations in the arcade version that they stripped from the Switch version, and it's like the reason I have such a problem with that is you would think in 2021 for a game that was originally released in 2017, by 2021, late 2021, mind you, they would be able to make a pretty much one-to-one arcade perfect conversion of a game. I mean, this isn't the NES anymore. It's not the Super Nintendo. It's not the N64. I mean, I'd even go as far to say I think maybe even the N64 versions of the cruising games were more faithful to the arcade versions than this is to that graphic wise. I'm not familiar with the soundtrack to the arcade version, so maybe that one has something to, maybe the music in the Switch version is the same. I would assume so. It was okay, but I really wish they brought back like music from the previous games, like remixed them. I didn't really notice anything. The menu music kind of does sound kind of like a remix of like the Cruis'n World one, kinda. I don't know. You got like the female vocalist and everything. But other than that, it was just music for what I heard was okay, but not very memorable. Especially because in the races, not only do the sound effects intrude the music or play over the music, but I believe watching that review that I did, there's no option to control the volume. Which, if that's true, that's really stupid. Every game, at least now, should have a volume control, but whatever. So overall, I mean, it's too bad because I did like this game. I really did. I have no regrets. I have no qualms about spending the $45 that I did on it. It's just I don't know if this is a game that other people are going to want to play. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen a lot of comments about this. People saying, "See, I wish there were more, arcade ports of these racing game stuff." I agree. I liked it. I mean, the controls were really good. The gameplay was really fun. I played on the easy setting, and if you want to know how easy it was, well, I beat all the tracks first place on my first try. That's not to say there were a few close calls, though. There were. I think I just lucked out, My Irishness, I guess, probably helped. But, yeah, I mean, there are harder difficulties. I think there's, like, easy, normal, hard, and expert. So, I have no intention of playing those difficulties right now. I think the way you're supposed to unlock, or the way you unlock cars, I think is like you beat tournaments, and then you could also collect keys on these tracks, and some cars require the keys to unlock, and other cars require cash to unlock. But here's the weird thing: you'll beat a tournament, and then it'll say like you unlocked this car, but all it really means is you unlocked it to be purchased. So you haven't truly unlocked the car until you actually purchase it. So of course, if you're first place, you'll make probably about $10,000, and some of them are pretty expensive. Like there's a chopper you can play as, and I think that was like 63,000 or something like that. So there's a bit of grinding, but it's okay. I don't think it breaks the game. The keys on the tracks can be, sometimes they're easy to find, sometimes they're hard to find. Of course, I haven't found all of them yet. I just played through the game, on my first time, but like they glow yellow, but there's a lot of like lighting and stuff, like a lot of neon lights and stuff, so it can get kind of lost in there. There's also cash pickups you can grab. There's a lot of cool cars, like there's a Hummer, there's a motorcycle, whatever you call it. There's a fire truck, and I saw a school bus in one of the cutscenes. I'm hoping that's one of the unlockables. You can play as a unicorn and a T-Rex. I know that. That's pretty cool. And did I mention I got to play as a chopper? I mean, the chopper pretty much drives like a car, so that's really interesting. Um, Almost reminds me of Micro Machines on the NES, because you know, you got all these different cars you can play as, like motorcycles, and you know, boats and cars and everything's pretty cool. I saw a boat in one of the cutscenes. I don't know if it looked like it's something you can unlock, but I'm not sure yet. Uh, Trying to think. I mean, I think that's it. So, I mean, if I had to rate the game, I would give it probably a 3 or 4 out of 5. I mean, I think there could have been some things that they did better. I also heard that I mean, this isn't a big deal for me because I don't play multiplayer anyway, but I heard the multiplayer is only local, so I guess that means you have to have like 4 switches, you know, in the same room or something to play it. Which, if that's true, that's kind of stupid, but I don't know. Hopefully they fix it. I mean, they just released the game, so they're probably going to add more stuff to it. Because isn't that the way games are made nowadays? Just release it on, you know, incomplete, and then complete it as time goes on. And if you're EA, maybe you can get a few bucks in from that by charging people for the upgrades. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I would recommend the game, but just be forewarned. It's, you know, it is fun. I will say I had fun playing it. I had a blast playing it. I personally recommend it. It's just, you know, if this isn't your kind of thing, you know, just know that it's probably not worth the $40, $45, whatever. But I did have fun with it. If you're looking for a good racer, a decent racer at the worst, you know, I think this game will do. I think the game works. I think it's fun, especially if you like the old kind of games. I mean, this is now I have played the arcade version, but I've only played it like once or twice, so I can't really give an opinion on that. I mean, I think it's okay from what I remember. It was okay. I don't remember anything too stand outish about it, if that makes sense. So who knows? Anyways, so I will see you guys later. Thank you for listening to my rambling. I think I have a couple ideas for like playthroughs that I want to do. As long as I don't get COVID-19 and die from it, I should be okay. I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Appreciate, you know, all the support over the years. Again, I've been on YouTube since like 2006, 2007. So it really means a lot to me that people are still here watching my content, enjoying it. So thanks for watching, guys. God bless, and peace out. Also got another good video for you. My first roller coaster ride. You guys can see me screaming like a little girl. Alright. I'll give you some entertainment.